You have to mean something to you.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, what I want to talk about, your dead situation that you're in. And, for those who are believers or who want to believe or who kind of on the fence, I want to let you guys know that the Lord will meet you in your dead situation. In fact, your dead situation is just a holding place for your revival. Your dead situation is just a holding place for your revival. Well, Larry, what do you mean by that? Well, in my life, and the people that have been that I've been connected to, the Lord sometimes puts us in predicaments that we have no idea how we got in there, or sometimes we put ourselves in these predicaments, or these situations or scenarios or whatever you want to call them. And these situations, these events, they mean us no good, and they can be toxic, they can be draining, they could be literally sucking the life force out of us. But the Lord will make something happen to where He will get you out of that. It's a dead situation. Nothing can be produced from it. And He'll reach in and grab you out and put you into another situation where there's growth. We all done heard the stories about, the lepers, that the Lord, and, He told them to go bathe. And as they were, going, the skin, and they could see, and their arms were healing. Like, we know the stories about, Him healing the blind man. And we know how He brought, Lazarus up, from the dead after he was stinking. Like, the Lord keeps showing us that it doesn't matter how dead the situation is. It doesn't matter how bleak it looks. He will touch your situation and bring you up out of it. And again, I'm saying sometimes that your dead situation is just a place for your revival. It's just a place to skyrocket you. It's just a place to put you into a better position. Like, you guys heard me talk about how, the government garnished, my parents' checks. They actually told them, hey, look, this is what you have to pay. This is the amount that you got. And they had the data to show we don't have this money. There's a possibility that the government could have took everything from us. Everything, left us with nothing. And after 3 months, all that debt was gone. Didn't owe anything. No more garnished checks. After they would prove that, hey, look, we can't do nothing about this. After we done put the figures together, they still want to do us bad. And now it was a dead situation. But the Lord said, you know what? Y'all been faithful. I'm going to erase this whole thing. They're not going to bother you no more. And I talked to you guys about how there's been multiple times to where people tried to take my job or get me fired or wanted me under, a radar for discipline, whatever. But see, my faith in my God is bigger than the dead situation that I'm in. And sometimes, even though the things get bleak, it don't feel good. It make you nauseous and get you stressed out. I know that if I just hold on and I keep believing to what I believe in, that suffering is only temporary. Because if the Lord has done it to people in the past, I know that he can work in the present. Because he woke up after 3 days of being in hell and came back with all power in his hands. He died for my sin debt. So if he can die for my sin debt, and I believe in him, and he has all power, he can do all things, then there's no situation that I am in that he does not have the power over. And we got to take ourselves out of it. That's the issue right there. We got to take ourselves out of the issues and put God in there, because we don't have no power. We only have the power that he gives us. It's not ours, it's his. So whenever that you are in a predicament, in anything, you got to lean on him and just say, hey, Lord, you know what? I'm going to give the situation to you. I'm going to let you work this out. But we rely too much on our own understanding. And that's why we keep knocking our heads against the wall, going crazy. Because we shouldn't be doing some of the things that we're doing anyway. Again, your dead situation is only your place for revival. The Lord gonna see you through. You know, I talked about times to where, you know, they try to take my job and I end up getting promoted. They try to take a position from me and I end up making more money. They try to fire me and I end up getting into a different department. Somebody tried to lie on me and said that I was going somewhere without proof, and they tried to take my job, and I had one conversation with them and all that stuff was overturned. So you can't mess with God's anointed people. Because the battle's not ours, it's his. So don't look for revenge. Don't look to get back at people. You let your success speak for itself. You let your production speak for itself. You let your attitude, your character, your behavior, your blessings, you let your work speak for you. You let God speak for you. I don't worry about some of these people because they don't necessarily affect my day-to-day. And even those that might affect my day-to-day, the Lord is either going to move me or move them into a different situation. He doesn't let you stay in there. He doesn't let you stay in there that long to where you're gone. To where you're not going to be able to do anything. The Lord promised that he's going to take care of us. If he can feed the fishes and the fishes in the sea and the fowls of the air, he said, "Why, I can't do the same thing for you?" So stop worrying about what's not getting done. Stop worrying about this person nagging you. Stop worrying about, getting fired or losing that job. Sometimes it just might take you getting fired for you to be in an elevated position. Sometimes it takes a threat. It might take a threat to elevate you into something else, right? Sometimes we might not be moving fast enough for God. God done been trying to move you somewhere, but you too ignorant, and you're suffering. And he's trying to tell you, hey, I need you to move. I need you to move. I need you to get up. I need you to get up out of here. You can't hear me? You can't see that the reason why you're going through this hell is that I need you to get up out of it? But you wanna stay here? You wanna be comfortable in the position that you're in? I just talked about that the other day. You gotta be uncomfortable. It's time to get out that familiar place. It's time to get up out that toxic situation that you're in. Let God run his course. Let it run. The Lord's gonna open up a door for you. With that, if he opens that door for you, go through it. If he doesn't, don't go through it. And you'll know. You'll know. You know. I just got done listening to Eric Thomas. He talk about you running your own play. You're not running the play that God has for you. You keep coming up with all these different ideas, and you want to do this, you want to do that, but the Lord didn't give you that gift. He didn't put you in that position to do that. So why are you trying to do something that you got no gift for? Why are you trying to do something that he didn't ask you to do? And that's another reason. Sometimes we put ourselves into our own dead situations. Hey, it's time for you to get up out of there. It's time for you to get out of that. You keep doing the same old thing. That's why you're hurting. Because you don't want to keep bumping your own head. But you give it back to God and you ask God to get you up out of there. Hey, Lord, I apologize. I messed up, but I need you now. I need you right now, Lord. I need you right now. Tell me what to do. Sometimes he's going to tell you to sit. Sometimes he's going to tell you to move. But whenever he shows you that, you need to take action. Take action and don't look back. I done been in them things before. I have seen them firsthand. I done gone through and been through and going through all those situations. I'm going through one right now. But the Lord's getting me out of it though. So I'm not worried about that. Because the Lord has continued to keep showing up in my life. He's continuing to keep protecting me. When everything else around you has failed, has fallen, and it's crumbled, and the Lord still has you around, you still there, that means he got a plan for you. Again, your situation, your dead situation, your dead occurrence, your dead position is only temporary. It's only a holding place for your revival. The Lord elevates you into a position that you never thought you could get before. He'll bless you much more in the new position than the old one. Whether that's your job, whether that is in a new relationship, whether that is in a different church, whether that different boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever that it is, different body, you working out more, whatever that it is, he'll take you out of one and put you into another. You just got to give it up to him and act on what he tells you to do. And I am telling you from experience that your dead situation is only the holding place for your revival. That's all that it is. That's all that it is. These problems, these issues, these situations, they ain't bigger than God. And if you believe that they aren't, the Lord will do it. He'll do it. I'm telling you that he will, because he done it for me. He has done it for me. So you give your best effort, but don't worry no more. Don't worry no more why that person left you. Don't worry no more why you got fired. You don't worry no more why the money is low. Don't worry about that. The Lord, He'll fix it. He gonna fix it. You just keep your best foot forward. You give everything to Him. And I promise you, I can guarantee it. You have faith in the Lord and you work. The Bible said faith without works is dead. But your works make your faith perfect. I guarantee you, if you do that, ain't no telling where you gonna go. So now, again, I want you to remember that your dead situation is only the holding place for your revival. And you gotta have faith while you're in that position. Because when you do, I'm telling you, the Lord will change your life and you'll be in a position to where you never even thought or dreamed of. And remember, you gotta mean something to you. And when you mean something to yourself, can't nobody stay on the path that you don't want to go. It's your boy Larry Lamar. Peace.
You have to mean something to you.